going on, people? Kind of just want to get right to it. I want to use this time to motivate the athlete. I think that here in America, and really in the world, sports and athletic will always be a continuing trend. That is one thing that we can guarantee that is worth implementing into every community, whether it be a community that ain't worth a damn or a community that's segregated or away from things. There's some type of competition with it involved in humanity. So that says something. As part of the hashtag rebrand of America, I think that this whole message and purpose is to also look at a sustainable foundation. Not only are we talking about sustainability for humanity, but that foundation needs to be carried on and implemented. Growing up as an athlete, I've missed out on my true essence and what I feel like I was called to do for a reason. My competitive level, my ability to compete was not a question. Now, my effort, my character, my willingness to rise to the next level on the occasion was put to question. Not only by my coaches, and at times I was blurred by why they were even questioning that. But as I grew older, I understood it was faulty. I believe it is a makeup of a different variables and components and situations in life. Nonetheless, I've grown into becoming aware of a situation that I feel like can be a make or break situation for America's future. The American athlete, it turns out, thousands of participants a year. I believe that we have missed the mark on being united and behind how do we direct these competitors. What is the overall message of being great? What encompasses this great athlete or gladiator? There's different messages, different programs, and different backgrounds, but there is one universal message that we have all missed. We have missed the ability to engrave and mold our athletes in believing and understanding they are a necessary and they are an individual that we depend on for tomorrow. Just as much as we depend on the engineer, we depend on the construction worker or the clerk. When we talk in terms of those positions, all of those people in those positions, most of them were held by an athlete. Most of anybody that does anything in America was an athlete, whether it be incarcerated, addicted to drugs, successful in life, performing in the league, playing in college, playing in high school, not playing, gang member. To touch that cycle and to know that we failed in those areas that have added up into unsustainable growth and unsustainable sense, doesn't make sense to sustain that behavior. But we develop it in them because we've missed the mark the times that we've spent with them. Coaches should be able to hold themselves accountable for that failure. The moment that we are able to honor and admit and be aware of that failure, we can add things to making it better. So therefore, we improve that program, which touches just about every human being in the United States. We can correct that issue. There are no limits. There are programs, I have an idea of a few, such as more of a sports science program or sports farming program, which there's probably programs out there, but how do we broaden that effort? These are real issues that are and will hold the athlete back. But as for the athlete, we hear you. Continue to inspire, young brother, young man. Keep grinding. Don't let me, your current coach, your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, your reverend, don't let them tell you can't do something. All you need from anybody about a dream of yours is a suggestion. How do I prove? Get any suggestions on how I can prove my opportunity to be at this goal? Do you have any suggestions for me to be able to obtain this goal? I don't care if it's the NFL, to be a space agent, to be a astrologer, to be a male model. Grow and know your worth. Grow and know that we depend on your success. Point blank, period. What I'm doing doesn't matter if you don't do well. To everybody, athlete, young athlete listening, what you do on or off the football field matters to me, because my efforts will be worthless if we can't put everything behind you to be everything you are able to be. My voice is for nothing. Me providing for my children, me wanting to progress in life for my family, me wanting to have proud of the people that have been in my corner. All that would be for no reason if I don't look behind me and provide some solutions or suggestions on how to improve on your success. That's giving you no reason to fail, young athlete. No excuse. So ultimately, you need to ask yourself, what are you doing it for? Ultimately, you need to ask yourself, what am I getting from this? And no matter whatever move you want to make in life, that's an upward trend, you will need the discipline and the knowledge that you gain from competing and performing in athletics. You are being sculpted into a supreme boss. That's the new goal. That's the new coaching method. We are coaching bosses, coaches, athletes. You are supreme boss athletes from the jump. Can't nobody tell you nothing, and especially if you're putting in the work. If you know you grinding and you might just be too short, don't let nobody tell you nothing. As long as your school's right, as long as you putting in work when people sleeping on their ass, as long as you are pushing your limit, you're gaining not only respect, you're demanding it, you're developing conscious confidence. You're growing into supreme being, young man, young lady. People will look up to you. That is your platform. Now, what do you believe in? You believe in being a bossman and carrying legacy, breaking and create new records? Do you train that way? You got to think that way too. What's your path look like? You picking up trash on your path? You can't do that. Come on now. How you are on the field needs to match how you are in person. If you tight and nice out on the field, you need to be tight and nice and solid in person. That's the new wave. We can't talk about, I want to create a business and this and that, if we ain't talking about sustainability, people. We have got to raise the level of consciousness in every kid that we encounter, or else we coaching and doing it for no reason. We need to put ourselves and hold ourselves in position of bossmanship and understand that we are molding tomorrow. What kind of art are you bringing to tomorrow? I challenge you. Let's make this season like one of those things to where we can look back and say that we've left our print on the new movement and the new generation's impact on tomorrow. That's how we can start. That is the new wave and trend is athletics and sports. We leave our mark there. 80s babies, stand up, hashtag. We grind, baby. We know what that level of compete is. We molding minds to be competitive and strong. But what kind of people are we molding them into? Are we molding them with the foundation and end game to be Mars? I know it sounds crazy, but it needs to be the norm. Hashtag crazy. Hashtag new norm. This needs to be a conversation. Just it. That's it. A conversation will put us there. Period. And it will sustain things. It will leave reason to start that direction. But and a lot of things go inside of that. And especially with the young athlete, know that you are planting a brand new foundation, athlete. You are re-energizing a whole entire human race, athlete. Gladiator. Space cadet. Space elite. Hashtag all of that. It's something we need to talk about. I refuse to die knowing that there was a conversation that we never had. Because I would be on my deathbed thinking, what if, or did I do enough? To the athlete, man, inspire, use your platform for a cause. Use your platform for whatever your passion is. Dream beyond here and the stars, like my boy Rayvon Stevens. It's beyond the stars with your mindset. It takes a boss to look. I'm out.